Ginseng is going to die off after the first frost, so I need to get out before the frost hits. What we have here is a mature 3-prong. This is a legal ginseng plant. The berries are already gone off of it. Where you find one ginseng plant, you're probably going to find another. Here we have it. Here's that mature one right here at my feet. It's growing underneath the log. It's right here. Ought to have a good root on it. Hell, I'm going to try to be a he-man and move that log, but I can't. So I'm going to try to get in underneath it here. You got to be careful in a situation like this. You could easily break that root off. Move your foot, hon. Here. There, now we ought to be able to get to it. Don't want to break that root off. See, that's more of what we're looking for, is a bulb type root. I did break the stem off, but try to avoid that if you can. We'll just go ahead and put that in our pouch, but that's more of the type of root you're looking for right there. Not the long and slender one like we had previously. All right, here's another one. It's a mature one. Just, you know, sometimes you'll find ginseng plants that are this tall. Those things are decades old. So we'll go ahead and dig this one. Now, you know, you really got to practice good conservation skills with this, or there won't be ginseng to come. But now this is a mature plant, but again, a long, slender one. Has a lot to do with the soil, so not always going to find the perfect ones. You might be docked a little bit for the price of this one, but it'll be all right. Here's another one right over here. Follow me. We'll dig this one. Now this one appears to only have 2 prongs, but one's broke off. You can see where it came off here. So we'll go ahead and dig that one over here. Now that's a deep one. That's a big old root too. Now, it appeared to be a big root, but no. But it's what you're after. It's not a long, slender one. It has a little character to it. All right, now here's a good mature plant. Now it's turning gold. As fall progresses, these plants are going to turn gold. There's no better sight than walking into the woods and just seeing a sea of gold. But of course, that don't happen very often. But when it does, it's pretty cool.
And I found it.
Yeah, my wife spotted this one.
I got the knack now.
She's got the knack.
Got the eye. Eagle eye.
Eagle eye. She's old eagle eye.
Yeah, you damn right. Well, show us the root. What it looked like. Hopefully you got the right one, not the other ones.
Yeah, I don't know which root it was. I think actually there it is right there.
Long.
Long and slender.
Nice. Yeah.
It's alright. Okay, we've just been out here talking about ginseng, but there's so many different plants that can be dug and sold for medicinal purposes. Right here's a Goldenseal plant. Goldenseal yellow root, whatever you want to call it. But right there is what that looks like. I dig a lot of that every year. I think this year I've got about $35 a pound for the root. And I think the tops, dried tops, are going for $5 a pound. Now this is the end of the season for this, and it's really the last green one I've seen in the forest. And there's some yellow ones like here, but now when you get that washed up, it's going to be just as gold as can be. And if you look over in the distance by that tree sticking out like a sore thumb, is a ginseng plant. Now this is you can just see them from a distance right here. Makes it easy to dig them when they stick out like that. That is a long, slender root. That's all the bigger it's going to get in this soil condition.
Hold it up again. Okay.
All right, we're able to get a few roots here. I'm going to just show you a little bit about washing them. The main thing with ginseng is you don't want to overwash them. You just want to get the mud, the dirt off of them. You don't want to polish them white. Once I get them washed, I'll set them out in the sun, let them dry 10-15 minutes, just get the moisture off. Then I'll take them in the house. I'll lay them like in a cardboard box, spread them out, air can get to them, let them dry inside. Now there's a lot of moisture in one of these roots. They're not going to dry overnight. About 3 pounds of wet is going to equal a pound of dry. So it's going to take a lot of roots to make a pound. Roots can sell anywhere from, I've seen as low as $300 a few years ago. I've seen up to $1,200 a pound. So we'll get these washed, get them drying, and eventually get them to market. I'm going to try to hold off this year, let the price go up a little bit. Right now I think it's about $400 a pound dry. Sometimes you can sell wet and for a little bit more money. You know, it's just a gamble. You never know what price it's going to do. It's kind of like the stock market. So we'll get these dry and washed and drying and go from there. Right there, folks, is about all you want to do. You don't want to overwash these roots. That's about all you want right there. We'll get the rest of these washed and get them in the sun, dry for about 15 minutes. Take them in the house and let them finish drying. It'll take several weeks for them to dry. I want to take a second here and show you that Goldenseal root I dug. Yellow root, Goldenseal, whatever you might have. But there it is. You see how that's just real golden. It's about, I think like I said, about $30 a pound this year is what I'm selling that for. Roots up to $5 a pound, or I'm sorry, the tops, dried tops, about $5 a pound. It's plentiful. Don't sell as high as ginseng, but there's a lot more of it in a lot of woods. Alright, we got this ginseng that's been out in the sun for a little bit drying. We got most of the moisture off. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a cardboard box. Ginseng is the only root that I know of that you do not want to dry out in the sun. This has to be dried in the house. And honestly, I cannot tell you why. But make sure it's spread apart like that. Now I know that's not a lot of ginseng. I just wanted to go out this morning, dig a little bit, and show you what it's all about. I'll show you some dry ginseng here, folks. That's some dry ginseng. And it's brittle. I mean, well, it's not brittle. This is brittle. This is hard. There's no softness to it, none whatsoever. So that's your sellable ginseng right there, folks. And this is as well if you want to sell it wet. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that, learn a little bit about ginseng, goldenseal. If you like what you saw, subscribe to this page. I'm going to give a lot of tips, hunting, fishing, trapping, medicinal roots, anything to do with the outdoors. I'm going to bring it to you. Please subscribe.